All right, so we got a pretty funny Diablo 4 news roundup today. Well, funny and a little bit wholesome. Rumor, Diablo 4 could be crossing over with Call of Duty. Data mining suggests Call of Duty Modern Warfare players may expect a crossover with Diablo 4 during an upcoming Halloween event. That is right, Diablo 4 going into other games. No, this does not mean Call of Duty guns are coming to Diablo 4, though that might increase your DPS. Actually, the other way around, the data miners uncovered game code that showed Lilith and Butcher going into Modern Warfare 2 as well as Warzone. What's absolutely crazy with the timing is while I was recording this video talking about the data mine, they actually just tweeted out Call of Duty, Burning Hose arrive in Call of Duty. Diablo bundles make their fiery appearance during the haunting, complete with the Queen of the Succubi Lilith and the fallen Archangel Inarius as operators, and they tweeted out this photo. So it looks like, okay, it's no longer a data mine. I mean, thank you for tweeting out while I'm in the middle of my video and giving me confirmation. That is perfect. You go to Call of Duty Twitter, you can see here that it's not the only crossover that they are doing for The Haunting, which is effectively like their Halloween special. You can see there's actually a whole bunch of these. We got Skeletor, we got Hellsing, we got Evil Dead 2 bundle, as well as Diablo. So it's just one of them. Little known fact, it's actually not the only crossover that Diablo 4 has done. We obviously had the KFC chicken, but Diablo 4 did a crossover with Diablo Immortal as well, where they put some of the bosses and also some skins from Diablo 4 into Diablo Immortal as well. So this would be the second in-game crossover. And speaking of in-game, one of the most impressive achievements I have ever heard of in Diablo 4 here, meet the first blind individual to complete Diablo 4 without sighted assistance. Shout out to Ty, and I hope I don't butcher his username, Ty Leffy, grew up on franchises like World of Warcraft and Diablo, and now holds the title as the world's first blind player to fully complete Diablo 4 independently. Now, I read through this article. Effectively, it was difficult for him because there is the bubble that he needs to stand in order not to die on some of these bosses. And one of the most difficult things is to try to actually hear exactly where that bubble is, or else you get one shot. This man had to use screen reader support. Can you imagine having to pick up every piece of gear and wait for the robot voice to tell you, okay, what is the dopamine on this one? Plus 13% to crowd control damage. And you're like, God damn it, I wanted vulnerability. So the patience that it must have taken to sit there and have to listen to the voice to actually read off all the pieces of gear, my hat comes off to you for that. That had to have taken a significant amount of time. There's another pretty wholesome part in this story too, which is he was struggling on the Andario fight. And he asked his friend for help, but his friend very nicely reminded him that he wanted to do it on his own without sighted help. What a Giga Chad friend's like, nah, bro, you said you're going to do this blind. Do it blind. This man beat a level 46 Nightmare tier dungeon with a level 72 rogue completely blind. So that's actually pretty cool. Shout out to Ty. Nicely done. There was a question asked on the subreddit that I thought was kind of interesting. Would there be this much hate for the game if that patch never happened? And of course, the patch he's referring to is the one where we all sort of got nerfed. We lost defenses, we lost damage, etc. It's one of the worst received patches, basically the worst received patch in the entire game. And I think it still would have. And the reason is recently Mr. Llama interviewed one of the creators of Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and he had this to say.
100, 200 hours.
Wow.
Loving it. And then it just completely dropped it.
Yep.
Because, you know what, I think that the item game in the long run is terrible. I'm sorry.
So he put it fairly astutely and not too many words, which is effectively itemization is the real issue with the game. And while the patch did sort of accelerate people's feelings on the game, we probably would have ran into the same conclusion with the itemization regardless. Two personal announcements. I've been enjoying live streaming a lot, so I've decided to go to TwitchCon. So I will be at TwitchCon Las Vegas, which will be October 20th through the 22nd. I will also be going to BlizzCon in November. So if you're going to be going to either of those and you see a tall 6'1" dude with red hair, it's probably me. Come tap me on the show there. I'll be happy to meet you. Or you can meet me live today. I do talk to everybody that comes by the live stream, and I will have this in the pinned comment as well as the description. I am live right now of the post posting of this video. That's today's news. Kind of some fun stuff. I love you all. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you for tomorrow's video.